Well, good afternoon. I'm Mark Reistak, the General Manager of the Family Arena, and I'd like to welcome everybody here. After a few years of work and lots of meetings, we finally got soccer back. So we're real pleased and real happy. We've had a soccer history in my family. Been around it for a long time. My son played for university in Louisville. Went to all the Steamer games. One of my best friends used to play for the Steamers. He's my fishing buddy now. One of the other things we're looking forward to with the Steamers is that, I don't know if you guys have been aware, but we've kind of opened up to the Hispanic community here in St. Charles. Been doing Hispanic events, and we think that's a good crossover. With the indoor soccer, they tell me that they're excited, so I'm looking forward to that. That's enough from me. I'm going to bring up Sally Faith, the mayor of St. Charles, and have her give you a few words.
Great, thank you. Thank you, appreciate it. So is the answer that all soccer players become fishermen? Is that what it is? All right. So there is life after politics, and there's life after soccer. First of all, this is just a wonderful day and very exciting. Things happen, and certainly you're aware of the challenges that happen with the storm coming through this area. Certainly did damage to the Family Arena and homes and families. And so I look at this as the opportunity that soccer is a family bringing it together, bringing people together, looking at it and watching a game and enjoying it. And so we're very blessed to have this opportunity, and I'd just like to say thank you, and I may take up fishing. Thank you.
Next, I'd like to bring up the County Executive of St. Charles County, Steve Ellman.
Thanks, Mark. Thanks to the ambush. Before I go any further, I need to introduce two of my council people here. We've got Mike Elam and Dave Hammond. You guys stand up, will you? These are the guys I have to answer to if we don't make money down here this year. So let's pack up. Let's pack them in. Mark or Sally mentioned the tornado. And there was a time on that Friday night I wasn't sure. I'd heard that we had damage down here, and I was thinking maybe we would have outdoor soccer at the Family Arena, but it didn't get our roof like I was afraid it would, and the damage will be repaired before the first game. And I just want to. I was reading through some of the information here, talking about MISL in the community. It says a MISL team provides a platform for community development through, and the very first one, exciting, reasonably priced family entertainment. And as our name suggests, that's the business we're in, trying to provide family entertainment for the entire region, not just the people of St. Charles County. And I think they're going to come out here and be well entertained. So thank you.
Next, I'd like to bring up Andrew Haynes, the one of the owners of the soccer team. But I also want to thank the council members and county executive. If you guys look out there, you can see our new ribbon boards and video boards. That was a big plus for us here for the arena. It really adds a lot to the value, and we were able to bring some of these teams in because of it. So thank you.
Thanks, Mark. I just want to thank everyone for coming out. I mean, this is a great turnout on an afternoon. I hope that you guys have a lot of vacation time saved up, because a lot of people are still working. Again, thank you. A little bit about how we came to put a soccer team in here. Our ownership group also owns the indoor football team here, and we looked at other venues that we could expand upon our front office staff and the resources that we have to create more of a year-round business. The MISL had approached me several years ago in another market about purchasing a franchise, and it just wasn't the right timing. they reached back out to us earlier this year, and not being from here, I started doing research in this area, and by far this is one of the largest soccer communities in the entire country, and it really blew my mind. And right now we've been doing a little Facebook trying to get our likes up, and I was trying to reach 4,000 people by the press conference, and we're like a couple hundred short. If you guys can get on Facebook right now, like our page, we will reach 4,000 today. But that just shows you the interest in soccer in the community, and it reassures our decision to bring indoor soccer here. It's a huge investment for us. Franchise fees aren't light, operating expenses aren't light. A couple of the main reasons why we decided to put it in St. Charles and at the Family Arena, we've had a relationship with the facility for the past year. Working with Mark, Greg, the rest of the staff here at Family Arena has been great because I feel they truly want us to be successful. And having been in dozens of arenas and stadiums throughout the country, it's very rare to find that. So thank you, Mark, and your staff. It means a lot. The other big attraction to this facility is the improvements that they've done. With the 2 video boards, the ribbon boards, still a little bit away from where I think it needs to be at the major league level. I think they're going to get there. So we're real excited to bring indoor soccer back to St. Louis area. How we came about the name, obviously a lot of you have went out to ambush games before, have seen the Steamers. We looked at a lot of different things for a name, and we talked to the prior owner of the ambush, had some great conversations, and we felt that the timing was right to bring the name back with a little bit of a new twist. Our logo is a little modernized. We also got the rights to the original logo, which we're going to do some throwback nights and some other fun things. So we're real excited to be doing that. And another person I'd just like to thank because he was very instrumental in assisting with getting everything done, and that's Brian Roth. Brian is our director at ticket sales. He was with the Missouri Comets in the MISL. And let me tell you, from the first time I talked to him until 5 minutes ago, he's got so much energy and true passion for indoor soccer in this community. It's real exciting to have him on board with us. So thanks for all your efforts to make this a reality. A lot of people it took to make this happen. I want to introduce part of our ownership group because I can't do this by myself. Our ownership group is made up of 100% local people. We all live in the greater St. Louis area. This is where our businesses are. This is where our families are. First, I'd like to bring up our co-owner, Glenn Goldstein.
Welcome, everybody. As Andrew said, he started with the UIFL, bringing football here to St. Charles. He needed a soccer guy. He couldn't find one, so he got me. But no, that's not true completely. Actually, I was born and raised in St. Louis, lived here forever. My wife and I, Dawn, both are from North County. We both were CYC kids, playing soccer, learning how to do that. We now both reside in St. Charles. As I shared, I was part of the CYC soccer system like so many of people my age were, and went on to play high school ball too. In the early 80s, I played in the under-25 indoor leagues. Many of you may remember those at Delwood, when Delwood didn't have turf. They only had tile. And then this really cool place called the Armory on Highway 40 and Grand came up, and they had the old Steamers turf down, and I got to play there, and eventually places like Jamestown and some of the other joints. But I was playing against some really talented guys who, if you look at the highlight reels that we have around here, guys like Mark Moser, guys like Mike O'Mara, who's here someplace, guys like my own cousin, Donnie Ebert. And you'll see that these guys would dribble around somebody and there'd be that guy laying on the ground. Well, that was me. I was the guy. I was the collateral damage that made them so incredibly talented. At least that's what I tell myself. But I get the opportunity, though, as an owner of the new Ambush, to actually represent all those boys and girls of CYC leagues and and high school teams that didn't quite make it to the pros. We love the game. We still love the game. And now our kids go to the game. I like to think of myself as St. Louis soccer. And like me, these boys and girls, they've grown up. And they're taking their kids to their own games. And a lot of them are club teams now or maybe pick up in the park. But I want to tell you a story about a dad that came up to me, which was really touching to me because my own dad passed away just a couple of months ago. But my dad was the guy that bought me my first set of spikes and fixed all the windows when the brothers and I broke them on the garage. But the dad, it was a younger guy, and he came up. He said, "Some of my greatest memories I have with my dad are around the indoor soccer games down at the Checker Dome." And he actually said, "Thank you for bringing soccer back because now I get to do that same thing with my son." That dad and his son are St. Louis soccer. So as you'll come to find out more about me, I'm all about community, and especially this community. So we plan to grow our team with local talent, but also a mix of some national and some international talent. So we'll be competitive, I guarantee you, from day one. There will be no doubt. We'll do like they used to do at the old barn. We'll host youth games before the match or maybe in between at intermission. We'll have our players involved in the community and in other types of outreach. But one of the first things that we did, though, when the MISL granted our franchise was to secure a group of really knowledgeable and talented St. Louis people. And I'm really humbled that so many of them have agreed to serve on what we're calling our St. Louis Ambush Advisory Board. Those are people like the former Steamer president and former Ambush GM, Pat Berry. He's going to work with us, and he's now the executive director of Scott Gallagher, as everybody knows. Of course, the former St. Louis Steamers player, the great Scott Tony Glavin, has agreed to work with us. And in this room is the ESPN and ABC soccer color commentator right over there. Sir Soccer, Bill McDermott, has agreed to work with us. Owner of St. Louis Futsal Academy and Missouri Rush Soccer Club president, Nick Bushell, and Tim Amlong, they're over here someplace. Pops, Don Popovic, has agreed to work with us on our advisory board, and there's lots of others. They and the other members of our advisory board are St. Louis soccer, too. And there's thousands of players in high school, colleges, and development leagues, pickup leagues, learn-to-play programs, the most amazing New Dimension program, and their Watermelon League that just lets kids play just for the fun of playing. We have the great soccer championships, state championships that we have here this year. We now host the nation's best girls' high school, just a few moments away over at St. Dominic's High. These little guys right here that came out because they wanted to see what pro soccer is all about, these guys are St. Louis soccer. So as I'm telling you, St. Louis soccer is more than just the pro guys, even though the pro guys make it fun for us. We're all about St. Louis soccer. And with all due respect to the MISL, if you've been to their page, you will see the MISL bragging on St. Louis, saying that we are one of the nation's soccer hotbeds. And St. Louis fans know without a doubt that we're not one of the nation's soccer hotbeds, we are it. We are the nation's soccer hotbed. Kids in St. Louis, they play soccer a little differently than everybody else. Most of everybody uses their feet. Some use their head. But kids in St. Louis, the pros, us, guys like me, we play soccer from here. We play soccer from the heart. We always have. We always will. We have a storied and fabled history here in St. Louis for soccer. And, again, if it wasn't for guys like Mark or Mike that cleaned the floor with me when we were playing indoor, maybe I wouldn't be standing here today. But we are all in this room St. Louis soccer. A new era in St. Louis sports starts today. We're called the St. Louis Ambush. So thank you very much. I'd like to introduce the third member of our group, Shelley Clark.
All right, so it's kind of quiet. So how many kids here play soccer? Clap. Let me hear you scream. Okay, that was really pathetic. How many parents play soccer in St. Louis? Okay, so how many people like soccer? Okay, all right, so I'm in the right room. Well, my name is Shelley Clark, My husband and I have been in St. Charles for about 12 years. So, no, I can't tell you where I went to high school because you wouldn't know. But what I can tell you is that our family is embedded in this community. And with that, our family is constantly looking for something and somewhere to go and hang out and to have that bonding experience. When I tell you guys, St. Louis Ambush, they're here for that. We're here to help the community have a great place to go to, have a fun time with their family, and at a reasonable price. I think that you guys are going to find that our game day production is going to be extraordinary. Everything from finishing the karaoke songs to the halftime shows to the mascot races, which the Monsters have become famous for. We are very excited to have you guys become a part of our family in the Ambush. And we thank you all for the opportunity. We appreciate you being here to support us today. Mark, we thank you and the county for allowing us to have this venue. And we really look forward to growing this sport into something that not only are we passionate about up here, but you guys are all passionate about as well. Thank you.
I want to thank a few of our sponsors. We have brought a few companies on board already. Show Me Mattress, newly opened last year on Mid Rivers Mall. They're the official mattress store of the team. Floyd Glass and Window. And you got Floyd over here, who Floyd is the first mascot ever to kick an extra point in a football game. And that is true. Check it out on YouTube. Greenside Lawn Care, Duran Fitness, which is it's awesome. I don't know if you can help me, but we'll try. We'll try. Brian's Painting Service and Veta Sports. Veta Sports is the practice facility for the Ambush. So we're excited to work with those companies over the next 4 months, 5 months. That list is going to grow. Just as of this morning, I had about 4 or 5 companies reach out to us on how they can get involved with the team. And that's just such a great, exciting sign. Now that we have the ownership group put together, which I think we have a very, very good mix of owners, great personality mix, and great skill set. The next thing was, who are we going to get to lead our team on the field? And it didn't take me long, not knowing anyone from this area. When I started my research, there was one person and one person only that I had on my list. I wasn't sure if I could pull it off. I was like, he's got such a resume, such great experience, and it didn't take us long to put together a deal. I think the first thing that we needed to do was get comfortable with each other as far as, what the MISL is today compared to what it was 20 years ago, and also just share our vision as an organization, because it's important that the visions are aligned. Daryl is entrenched in the community here. Anyone who's been involved in soccer knows his name. He's got a great facility that is exactly a mile from my house now, so that's good. The kids are working out. Are your abs good today, AJ? So we're excited. I'd like to introduce our head coach, Daryl Duran.
Thank you. First off, I would like to say it's obviously a great turnout. About 15, 20 minutes before we started, I thought, man, this ain't starting out too good. But then everybody started filing in, so I appreciate it. I see a lot of good players that played with me and for me, and it's just good to see everybody. It is a great moment. I'd like to thank the ownership group. Obviously, I've gone through a lot of owners in the past, especially from the year 2000 to about 2007. One of the biggest problems I always saw was that it was people that weren't local, especially the last one. When things go bad, they can pack up and leave. I think here, like they talk about right off the bat, the heart, people that really love the sport. And I know I do. I mean, I retired in, 2005 or 6 and running a gym. And I want to also thank you for getting the team going, because Brian Roth can leave me alone for a little while. For 4 years, I think I got phone calls or texts or something. When the heck are we going to get a team? But that's over with, and I'm glad Brian Ross on board. I think we got a good combination here as far as the organization, as far as the players go. Hey, we're starting from scratch. I remember back in the early 2000s, whenever a new team would come, an expansion team, there would be an expansion draft. Well, they don't have that here. However, I wouldn't imagine being anywhere else but here on where to start a team. I'm going to definitely start with the local talent. I know we have some dates already set. I think Andrew at August 3rd or 4th, but he'll let everybody know. We're going to have a couple tryouts. We are going to get some other players, obviously, but I want to start here with the base. And I go back to the 95 when the Ambush won it, the only team ever to win it. You know, we had a great local. We had 20 out of 22 players all local. We went from our defense, midfield, forwards. A lot of them are in this room. I mean, we had a good team, and that's where I want to get it back. And we're going to start as soon as we get done here. I appreciate, again, everybody coming out. We're going to do some one-on-one interviews or whatever. If there's any questions, we'll be hanging around. Thank you very much for being here.
I want to just introduce our some of our staff initially. Like I mentioned, Brian Roth, our Director of Ticket Sales. Lexi, Summer Intern. Chris Dickerson, Director of Media and Community Relations. I want to thank my family down in the front here, AJ, Leah, and Natira. I want Leah to come up and talk now. No, she's not. She's the boss. I'd better shut up. Daryl mentioned we do have tryouts set. They will be at the Veta Sports Complex on the 3rd and 4th of August. Information will be on our website tonight. You can register right online. There will be a registration fee. That information will be posted. It's open to the public, 18 and older, to try out, and feel free to come out and check it out. Tickets, a lot of people have asked about tickets. Tickets are on sale right now, season tickets. If you're interested in season tickets, you can see Brian right now, and he can help you. Don't leave without seeing Brian, please. We've already started selling a few, and we expect that that's going to really start climbing after the announcement. So we're real excited. We also have great advertising opportunities available on the video boards and throughout the stadium. So, again, come up, introduce yourselves to us. We are. I like to be a very approachable owner. So if you want to stop by our office, you're not going to have to go through 20 people to get to me. You know, same with the rest of the group. We are here. We want feedback. We want suggestions. Don't take it personally if we don't do every suggestion you offer, but we try to do the best that we can because we want this to be here for the long haul. Thanks again for coming out, and please say hello on your way out. Thank you.